It's Professor Janzak, and this is MAT175 syllabus video. This is pre-calculus, algebra, and trigonometry, fall 2013. And my office is in Sci 104A, office number 5. It's just on the hall from where we're at. This is my extension, 2322. Office hours will be announced after we finalize our schedule, which I will go over in class. Prerequisites, of course, and also we will have a lab in this class, which is all contact hours. Last semester we had 1 hour that was a hybrid where students logged in their hours. We don't do that anymore. We don't log in hours. All lab and class time is together as a class. We do have to arrange the 6th class hour, which we will do that within the next few days. And the textbook is the 9th edition, Sullivan Math XL. And this is the order number for this textbook with Math XL. And Math XL is important because that covers the homework part of the course, and we do all our homework in Math XL. So you must have that program with the textbook. So if you decide to buy the textbook used, let's say, you will still need to buy the Math XL separately, which you can do in class. Okay, you don't use this ISBN. That's for the textbook and Math XL, but you can order that online in class if you like. Materials, graphing calculator is required. The TI-89 and the TI-92 are not allowed. It doesn't happen very often, but once in a while I do get a student that has had the 92 and I told them they could not use it. TI-83 or the TI-84 is recommended. I generally use the TI-84 in class, but the 83 and the 84 are so close together you hardly don't notice any difference between the two. Now on your own, you want to read the whole thing. I'm not going to go through the whole syllabus. You want to read that on your own. Student conduct, please be sure cell phones and any kind of electronic device, please don't do that in class. I will ask you to put those away, and if it continues, students do that. And I've had students leave the classroom because they decided they were I really don't want to do that. So we're going to be busy in this class, and really there's no time for texting or using the cell phone. And so really the cell phones need to be off and stored so that they don't interrupt the class. Class attendance is mandatory, and up to 4 absences are is permitted, but anything more than that, the student may be dropped from the class. So every day counts in this course, so you really don't want to miss any more than you can absolutely help missing. Absences due to official college activities, they must sign a form that I have 1 week prior to the event, and it's the student's responsibility to come to me to get that form, fill it out, and take it from there. Okay, the student will be allowed. Now, if there's a test, then may have to work something out, but that's why you need to let me know a week in advance. Assignments, all homework and labs are online, and they must be completed by the deadline. And I do allow for late homework, but there's a penalty. And if there's a 5% penalty per day for the part that was not completed. So the student did, let's say, half of it on time, but didn't do the other half, it's the second half that will be counted, that will be deducted. And the student needs to continue to finish this assignment, and I give them the opportunity to do that. There's no need for requesting extension. You just go ahead and you just do it. But keep in mind the deductions will continue, to where if a student goes through halfway through the course before trying to complete it, then there may not be any points left to try to recover because of all the deductions. And here's the competencies, what we will be covering in the course. Quizzes may either be given in class or online. I'm anticipating most classes will be online. Most quizzes, rather. The quizzes cannot be made up. I usually give a couple of days for the online quizzes in case somebody has a technical problem on the first day. They still have the second day to do the quiz. But if the student waits the second day and then they have technical problems, technical difficulty, or they can't get to the quiz, then they had the first day to do it. So they need to make sure that they try to get it done early. There's a saying, if you do something on time, then you're late, kind of thing. So you want to try to get the quizzes done early if you can help it, just to be on the safe side. Testing, there are 7 tests. The first half of the course is the pre-calculus algebra part of the course, and those are units 1 through 4. And then we will have a midterm exam. And then the second half is the trigonometry pre-calculus portion of the course, and those are units 5 through 7. And those the final exam covers that part of it. Now the midterm and the final exam are averaged together to replace the lowest grade. So if a student misses a test, there is no makeup, there is no retest. The average of the midterm and the final exam, those 2 grades averaged together, will replace the lowest grade, whether the test was missed or whether they got a bad score and they want to replace that grade. And I do that on the last day, after the final exam, and right before I calculate the grades. And if for some reason the average is lower than the lowest test grade, then I don't replace it. It's just not counted. It counts as the final and the midterm, but it doesn't count as replacing any test grade. Daily grade is considered a homework and a lab. The quizzes used to be counted as part of the daily grade, but not anymore. Quizzes are separate grade in themselves. So the test average grade, that's 60% of the overall grade. The midterm is 12.5%, and the final exam is 12.5%. Together, they add up to 25%. So the exams are 25% of the overall grade. The daily grade, which is the homework and the lab, that's 10%, and the quiz grade, that's 5%. And this is where you can formula that you can use to calculate your grade, which comes out to adds up to 1.0. Multiply that times 100, that's 100%. Okay, grade breakdown here. D is 60% is passing. However, it's not a transferable grade. In order for a student to use the pre-calculus grade for prerequisite at RCC or to transfer to for your college, they must have a C average. So in other words, if you want to go on to calculus from here, you must have at least a 70 or better. Okay. All right. And academic integrity. Cell phone phones need to be off. There should be no notes. Should be no, notebooks should be closed and put away. I have people put away the books, and nothing's on the desk except for the test or the computer, wherever they're working, scratch paper and so on. Okay, and then here's the homework. All the homework is online. All the labs are online. I'm looking at doing videos to where the PowerPoint notes and the easy problems will be done on video, and if I can do that, then those will be required to be watched before class, and those will count as a homework assignment. And those, so you want to be able to see those to make sense of what's going to be going on in class, because then that'll give me the opportunity to go deeper into the lesson and cover the harder problems. So the first 4 tests, and here's the midterm, and then there's units 5, 6, and 7, and then the final exam. And then here we have the labs. I'm not anticipating in doing 14 labs. Most likely we get up to about 10, but it could be more. So I put as many as 14 on there just in case we actually do get that far with the labs. We will have more time because we will have a 6th class day that we will meet. We have more time in class now, and so it's quite possible that we may be able to get to 14 labs. Okay, if you have any questions, please come see me about the syllabus, and please read it in its entirety, print out a copy of it, and be sure to keep it with you. Thank you very much, and have a nice day.